Hello, future chemists. Welcome to an exciting journey through chemical bonding and molecular structure. Today, we are diving deep into a fascinating concept, resonance. We'll explore how molecules sometimes defy simple descriptions and gain unique stability. From easy introductions to advanced competitive insights, prepare to unravel the mysteries of electron delocalization. Let's begin. Ready for some chemical magic? Let's start with the basics of resonance and see how molecules can have more than one look while remaining uniquely themselves. Imagine trying to draw a molecule, but no single drawing perfectly captures its true nature. That's where resonance comes in. It's a concept used when a single Lewis structure isn't enough. Instead, we use several contributing structures to describe the molecule, and the real molecule is a hybrid of all of them. Think of it like a mule. It's a mix of a horse and a donkey, not one then the other. These structures are separated by a special double-headed arrow, indicating that electrons are delocalized. For resonance to occur, there are strict rules. First, only electrons, specifically pi electrons or lone pairs, can move. The atoms themselves must stay put. Second, all contributing structures must have the same total number of valence electrons and the exact same arrangement of atoms. Finally, the actual resonance hybrid is always more stable than any single contributing structure. A great example is ozone, O. We can draw two structures for it, but experimentally, both oxygen-oxygen bonds are identical, an intermediate length, perfectly explained by resonance. Alright, time to test your foundational understanding of resonance. Pause the video, try these 3 questions, and see if you can recall the key definitions, representations, and fundamental concepts we just covered. Good luck! Now that we've grasped the basics, let's deepen our understanding of resonance. We'll explore the concept of the resonance hybrid and the rules for drawing these important structures. The resonance hybrid isn't just a collection of drawings, it's the actual asterisk structure, a true blend of all valid contributing forms. It's crucial to remember that you can't draw the hybrid as a single Lewis structure because it represents a state where electrons are not confined to specific bonds but are delocalized across multiple atoms. This electron delocalization is key. It spreads out the electron density, which significantly increases the molecule's overall stability. This extra stability is a hallmark of resonance. Drawing resonance structures correctly follows a few important rules. First, atoms never move, only pi electrons and lone pairs shift their positions. Second, every resonance structure you draw must be a valid Lewis structure, adhering to the octet rule where applicable and having correct formal charges. Third, the total number of paired and unpaired electrons must remain consistent across all structures. And finally, the overall sum of formal charges must be the same for all structures, matching the molecule's or ion's net charge. One of the most profound consequences of resonance is the enhanced stability it provides. The resonance hybrid is always more stable than any single hypothetical contributing structure. The energy difference between the hybrid and the most stable contributing structure is called resonance energy, and a higher value means greater stability. This stability arises because delocalization spreads electron density, minimizing electron-electron repulsions. Classic examples include the carbonate ion, where 3 equivalent structures lead to identical CO bonds, and benzene, whose remarkable stability comes from its delocalized pi electron system. Great job so far! Here are 5 practice questions to help solidify your understanding of resonance at the medium level. Think about the nature of the resonance hybrid, the rules for drawing structures, and how resonance impacts molecular stability. Take your time and challenge yourself. Ready to go even deeper? Let's analyze the quantitative aspects of resonance and distinguish it from similar concepts, connecting it to real-world chemical reactions. Resonance has tangible, measurable effects. For example, in molecules like benzene, all carbon-carbon bond lengths are found to be identical, an intermediate value between a typical single and double bond. This experimental evidence strongly supports electron delocalization. Quantitatively, the extra stability gained from resonance is measured as resonance energy. This isn't directly measurable but is estimated from thermochemical data. A higher resonance energy means a molecule is significantly more stable than what a single Lewis structure would suggest. Not all resonance structures are created equal, some contribute more to the overall hybrid than others. Major contributors are more stable structures, typically having more covalent bonds, complete octets for all atoms, minimal charge separation, and negative charges on more electronegative atoms. Minor contributors are less stable and have features like incomplete octets or significant charge separation. It's also vital to distinguish resonance from tautomerism. Resonance involves only electron movement within a fixed atomic framework, leading to hypothetical structures. Tautomerism, however, involves the actual movement of atoms, usually a proton, leading to real, interconvertible structural isomers, like in ketoenol forms. The implications of resonance extend profoundly into understanding chemical reactions. It's a powerful tool for predicting where reactions will occur in a molecule, guiding electrophilic or nucleophilic attacks. More importantly, resonance explains the enhanced stability of reactive intermediates like carbocations, carbanions, and free radicals, thereby influencing reaction pathways and rates. For instance, the allyl carbocation is remarkably stable because its positive charge is delocalized over multiple carbon atoms through resonance, making its formation more favorable and influencing reaction pathways. You've tackled some complex ideas. Now, test your analytical skills with these 7 challenging questions. Focus on quantitative aspects, differentiating concepts, and applying resonance to reaction mechanisms. These questions will push your understanding further. Pause, ponder, and perform. All right, aspiring top rankers. Prepare to explore the cutting edge of resonance theory, diving into its most intricate details and its profound impact on advanced organic chemistry and beyond. Evaluating resonance contributors goes beyond simple rules. We prioritize structures with maximum covalency and complete octets for all second-row elements. Minimal charge separation is preferred, and if charges must exist, negative charges should be on more electronegative atoms. A special case is aromaticity, like in benzene, where cyclic delocalization of 4n plus 2 pi electrons grants extraordinary stability, a peak example of resonance's power. Understanding these nuances is crucial for predicting molecular behavior accurately. It's essential to clearly distinguish resonance from hyperconjugation. Resonance involves the delocalization of pi electrons or lone pairs through conjugated p-orbital overlap, a strong stabilizing effect. Hyperconjugation, often called no-bond resonance, involves the delocalization of sigma electrons from adjacent CH bonds into empty p-orbitals or pi antibonding orbitals. While weaker than resonance, hyperconjugation is significant for stabilizing carbocations and alkenes. Both are electron delocalization phenomena, but they involve different types of electrons and orbital interactions. Resonance is indispensable in organic chemistry. It explains why carboxylic acids and phenols are more acidic than their alcohol counterparts. Their conjugate bases are resonance stabilized. It dictates the directing effects in electrophilic aromatic substitution, guiding incoming groups to specific positions on a benzene ring. Resonance also stabilizes crucial reactive intermediates like carbocations, carbanions, and free radicals, thereby influencing reaction rates and selectivity. Furthermore, extended conjugated systems, stabilized by resonance, are responsible for the vibrant colors of many organic dyes by absorbing specific wavelengths of light. While Lewis structures and resonance provide a powerful conceptual framework, molecular orbital theory offers a more fundamental, quantum mechanical perspective. Instead of hypothetical contributing structures, Mo theory describes electrons as occupying molecular orbitals delocalized over the entire molecule. For benzene, this means 6 pi electrons occupy 3 bonding Mo spanning all 6 carbons, intrinsically explaining its stability without needing to average structures. This advanced view solidifies the concept of electron delocalization as a fundamental property, not just a descriptive tool, bridging classical and quantum chemistry. You've journeyed through the most challenging aspects of resonance. Here are the first 5 questions designed to test your mastery. Apply all the advanced rules for evaluating contributors, differentiate subtle concepts, and connect resonance to organic reaction principles. Think critically and justify your answers thoroughly. Here are the remaining 5 questions to truly challenge your understanding of resonance at the highest competitive level. Tackle these problems, integrating concepts from major-minor contributors, Mo theory, and practical applications in organic chemistry. This is where your deep knowledge will shine. Congratulations on completing this comprehensive journey through resonance. From the basics to the most advanced concepts, you've gained invaluable insights into electron delocalization and molecular stability. To further boost your GMAIN preparation and explore more engaging content, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting chemistry lessons. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep excelling.